So if I remember, we just finished the investigation. And we've got little Shitimi. We'll grow another pet. Next time. Which means we're gonna want to do a lot of running. Because we'll need around 3,000, I think. We'll do a full lap because I'd like to get to level 39 if possible. Really? I'm looking at the thing and the quality hasn't changed. Oh, the webcam quality. Hold on. Is this better at all? Nope. Is it just like the webcam that's the shitty quality? Or is it like everything? Really? Well, the problem is there's nothing else I can change. Everything is back to what it used to be. In terms of... yeah, nothing has changed for this, so... like, I'm dropping nothing either. So sound quality is bad? But, like, I don't know. On my end, it's completely fine. Like, I'm seeing nothing wrong at all, is the issue. So, I don't know what to tell you. No, let me go. Help me. He's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined.
Why you?
Hey, shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita.
Stop it!
Stop harassing little girls. This is what's going on. Alright, thanks, Joji, for letting us know.
Jeez.
Hyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her in a full Nelson.
Damn it!
Hey, if you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, making me waste my sweet-ass time. There's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyuhiko? That guy, he totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off. Oof. His anger changed its form. I'm right here. Uh-huh. Fuyuhiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's nowhere for me to run, anyway. So no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? But still,
Bastard!
I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option. Fuyuhiko, what does that mean? Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good.
Anyway,
That is still incredibly disturbing, but... Anyway, it looks like everyone's here, so let's depart now.
see ya later!
I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys.
This is bad.
Crap, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
Like,
Do you even have to prepare?
Show some spirit.
If you don't have enough power, harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
So it begins, the beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high so we can one day find that shining hope. That's right, I can only... Moving forward is the only option. You should be honored.
Nearly showtime.
A mere human such as yourself will be present to witness the beginning of the end. I believe in you. If everyone works together, you should be able to stand against any despair.
alrighty!
I will definitely help you out. I have nothing to do with this. What are you dilly-dallying for? Come on, let's hurry up and go.
Then,
Let's go, there's no reason for us to waste time here.
listen.
Truth behind Mahiru's death. Sparkling justice may hold the key. No, that just has to be it.
'Cause it's bad.
Let's go, we can't forgive the killer. It's class trial stuff again, so this time we gotta figure out who killed Mahiru, huh? I don't get complicated stuff, so I'll leave this to you guys. If you don't unleash your power here, where else are you going to unleash it? On the toilet? Because it looks like you got a shit. Don't you want to avenge Mahiru's death?
What the?
Monokuma changed forms. Color me surprised.
Hey!
Could he be the type to awaken hidden powers when he gets angry? He's a stuffed animal, right?
Damn it.
I'm not mentally prepared yet, like, I don't think I'll ever be. But we can't just stand around all day. Yeah, I guess you're right. Mahiru, why did Mahiru? This is impossible. I'm a Yakuza, I won't run or hide. Darn, I was really hoping to get to level 39. Well, whatever. Roar. And there's the escalator.
You're so evil!
No matter how many times I see it, it's such bad taste. The worst, the lowest, most brutal taste. She must really hate escalators. Somehow, I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short. I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness, the moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart was a piece of rotten fruit swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. My consciousness began to fade from the pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. After a while, the elevator's vibration gradually weakened. And then it stopped altogether. Aim! Defeat the boring routine. At least he's no longer weirdly buff Monokuma. So I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it?
Impossible!
It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise, anyway.
That is...
To go to the trouble of doing something elaborate. Really, what is your true intention?
No.
Nothing really. Essentially, this killing game is just a way to kill time anyway. Kill time? To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose.
Like...
A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts. It's starting. The class trial is starting. Mahiro Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. That person that killed her is among us? I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. But regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way, aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing with hope and despair has begun. Yes, I would like to save. Alright. We got some new skills to put on. We have charisma. I'm gonna put on my cheat code. Oh, wait. Yeah, I want to put on cheat code. So, we have unlimited time. Which is nice. Increased jumping power during a logic dive. Alright, let's review these truth bullets before we start. Let's see. Discover inside the beach house. Single blow to the head. No foreign substances. Bloodstain has streaks as if Mahiro crawled through it, which is impossible because she was dead upon hit. Footprints are Hyoko's. Metal bat. Same as what was used in the Twilight Syndrome murder case. Empty plastic bottles. Sunwitch Esperito. Gummy candy. Shower room is out of order. Only window, it can be opened, but cannot be done unless you have multiple people. Let's see. Tipped over fish tank. Broken window. Swimsuit. Ending prize. Okay. Ending prizes. Candy. The letter inside Mihiro's pocket. Died instantly. Okay. Good, good, good. I remember everything. Also, hi Tay, welcome to the stream. We have a lot of stuffs. Cool. Alright. You are here. Just in time for the class trial for Mahiro.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
At least I don't have to talk too much.
You're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome murder case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
Yeah, who would have thunk? These video game characters are a character in a video game.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Characters in the game were girl A, B, C, D, E, and boy F. High school girl who got killed at the beginning. Huh. By using the staff roll declaring the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. First character I was able to control was girl A. It's probably... oh god, which one was girl A? Shit. Not presents. I think Mahiru was girl A? I think. No. It was Mikan. It was Mikan, not Mahiru. Right? Is that her name? Yeah. I think it's Mikan.
I see. Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
No, not really.
A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right. The one who said that was girl B.
I see. Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Which I believe was hyper energetic and unique. Oh, that would be Ibuki.
I see. Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Haha!
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, there's only one person. Why, that would be Mahiru.
I see.
I see!
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
He's Guy F.
I see.
I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reason Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice, it's true. I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason it appears twice is probably because he had a little sister.
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch, what the hell did she do to my little
It's
sister?
pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward, right? High school girl who died at the
I
beginning.
see.
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Girly, was it?
Based on Gaev's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
God.
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Thanks, Monokuma.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Says Mr. Long Tongue.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Who is Sato? Please explain.
Maybe
While I'm
it's
playing.
related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
The heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rivalry
Hey,
going on.
no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed because Girlie was the killer.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But
If it's true, then thank God.
is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
in order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance.
Good job, Chiaki.
Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
That is true.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
You're so rude, Neko.
Then, I'll start explaining.
Oh, she's so sad now.
Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking.
Oh my god, I just noticed that, Teru's X's are actually cutlery. That's hilarious. Okay, continuing on.
Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound.
I love it.
Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
Shut up.
Wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
Good job.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? Guess I need to clear that up first. Alright, at least we got time now. Oh my Jesus Christ. Alright.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
Oh, that's what the cheat code does.
Probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
Okay. So that's all the cheat code does.
After
Got
she
it.
killed the first victim in the music room,
God, fucking
what did
Pinocchio
Girl E do?
needs to chill.
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school
To the front of the music. To go back to the, you need to go through. Plus, at the other 4 girls.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
No!
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
Vase?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
God, why do you want to shit all the
Since
time?
I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I don't know. Because I had a line just now. Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and the non-stop debate. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't be able to destroy them in one shot. Chip away each time you shoot them with the silencer, but unless you completely destroy them, your timeline will not be replenished. By the way, if you just cause the channel, it won't repair at all. Yeah. Getting tougher, so I've obtained some very useful information. There's a guy named Gun Something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Okay, Gundam. Gun Something. I wonder who that is. Because I got a line just now. Well then, good luck and have fun. Huh, they must be Nekomaru. It was the swimsuit. They strangled her with the swimsuit.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
Universal.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Excuse me. Jesus Christ.
She beat her to death with her fists!
With their fists. I love that. You're seriously stupid. Apparently,
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
oh shit.
That's too big
Damn
to
it.
be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going
The investigation.
It's on that biggest...
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to... It should have had...
Was there a weapon with blood? She beat her to death with her fist!
You're seriously stupid. I mean, it could have been the fists.
A weapon inside the... What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow?
Think you attacked her with the fish tank.
Okay, no.
Damn it!
Alright. Alright, let's think
A
now.
weapon inside the music room, huh?
Broken vase, killer's escape route.
What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Victim's
Think
crime
you-
scene photo. We're probably trying to make them agree with something more than anything. Alright, I want to see what the options are.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
It was not.
She beat her to death with her fists!
Maybe I have to use the fish. I'll try to go against Fuyuhiko's
Weapon inside the
statement.
music. What about broken glass?
Broken glass. I could go with
Isn't the
broken
cause of death
fish
a blow to the
tank.
head?
Think she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation conducts...
It's on that big a...
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Nope. Didn't think so. Blood shoots out.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
There was not.
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
I'm gonna try this. Nope. Didn't think so. The only thing in the music room was the broken window. Wait.
Damn it!
Hold on.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
No? I thought you would smash the head against the... Wait, the fists? With the gravel?
Damn it!
Alright.
A weapon inside the music
Then
room, huh?
maybe I was going right with
What about
my
broken
idea with the
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation conducts...
It's on that big a scale too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
Oh, fuck. Nope, that doesn't work either. Like... How would she do that?
Damn it!
Well, that's why I'm like, it has to be the fish tank. But
Weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the
Ah.
cause of death? Think you talked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
I got it. I'm an idiot.
The investigation
It's on that big a scale.
How about beating her with gravel?
There we go.
I agree with that.
Fuck.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
I see. Clever.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Exactly. So weird, but it makes sense. When I actually sat back and like, wait.
Not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
Of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
It's okay. I made sure to throw it away.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
I do not want to hear that from a nurse.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Monokuma!
I see! It should have been Guy F.
That bitch. I will never forgive her.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Gundam.
Guy F is...
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
No, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder.
I
can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. Don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What did he...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Yes, that's why I was like, it's too obvious for it to be Fuyuhiko.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
Oh, toilet clogging bitch.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru?
Her voice is annoying.
You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was today? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house. I was squishing Mr. Ants all day.
I feel sorry for the Mr. Ants. I do too.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing...
Her voice is even worse when you speed it up.
Do you know where Hiyoko? She was at the beach house. But I didn't go to the... I was squishing
Just
Mr.
listen to it.
Ants all day.
I love it sped up.
What are you saying? Accusing me of...
Why do you doubt? Do you know where Hiyoko? She was at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house.
No, that's wrong!
That sped up cry though.
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
Not only that,
Ugly
she
footprints.
ran past
Tell
them
me
crying.
Based on how ugly they are. Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was in against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means it would have been smarter to put the body against the door or against the wall.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see.
If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie?
Poor Akane.
People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying? There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
We literally saw her run past us, though. I don't know.
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
Truly healthy.
Go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not. Saying I met up with her when I never even saw her? Is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet up with Mahiru at the beach house?
Obviously not.
Her laugh is annoying.
I met up with her when I never even saw her?
What? Hold on.
I did go.
Okay, hold on. What's the letter on My Hero say?
But only during my morning walk.
There it is.
No, that's
I hit the wrong one. Fuck. But we got it the second time, though.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was gonna tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put it in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. Seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It'd be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hyoko Sionji.
That letter! It's the one Mahiru had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious. I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
You were huffing it.
I see. So if she met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
I feel like Fuyuhiko is gonna be like the one person everyone suspects each time because he just stays in his room.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along. That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out. And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
Yes, the gummy bear. The only place I can think of where Hyoko was hiding is probably that place, right? Spot selection.
Here!
Here!
The place where Hyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence. Hyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
That'd be me saying, "What's a pizza?"
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time. Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
I love how he has one, like, colored contact lens and the other... Or what do you think? Do you think it's one colored contact lens or 2 colored contact lenses? Because the red's obviously a colored contact lens, but do you think the gray is also?
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap!
Who's someone? Whose trap is it?
It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Hyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's all in your head. Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer.
It's true that Hyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. Can't help but feel like we're being directed by someone.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy!
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
Everyone doubts Hyoko. Is that really okay? Alright.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hyoko is the...
So it can't be that. I don't know what it is.
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
No, the gummy bag was given to us by, see, those were in her room. So we're trying to contradict what they're saying. So I think it has something to do with the killer's escape route. Yeah, I know, your spelling is horrible, but what we're trying to do is contradict them. Unless the contradiction... Hold on. Because right here, he's like, everyone doubts Hiyoko. Is that really okay? Implying that we're supposed to defend Hiyoko right now. I
shall
think...
render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
No, I don't think Fuyuhiko or
Weren't you
she
also
did it.
hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was
I'm
blocked by the
trying to
body.
defend her, but I don't know what to use to defend
So you were
her.
forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
That's the issue.
And that's how you left your footprints!
The blue is when you're defending, or when you're agreeing with the statement. The yellow is when you're going against it.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion.
I think, at least.
Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No.
Damn it!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
See, I would have said that the fact that there's no trash in the thing, but... Alright, I'd have to go against it.
Crap!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt.
Throw out some ideas if you guys have them.
What's the beach
Or
house,
if you know
right?
the answer, just give me hints.
Oh, that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet?
And that was when you dropped
So
the yellow
that's when you
gummy.
dropped the gummy.
Right.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the
Cough.
time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
I'm not getting anything. I'm completely confused. The other thing. The other
Shall render
thing.
my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
No.
I'm telling you, it's a...
I don't... There's nothing else to say about that. So close every time. I'm not getting what you're trying to hint at then. I don't know. Yes for the gummy bag. Oh my god, I swear to god. Alright.
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
Yeah, there's nothing I can get here for...
And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
I'm gonna fail it pretty soon.
The door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
that is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong.
I want to see where this logic goes.
Did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
That midget.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
Like, this is not how I would have framed the argument. I hate the fact that it's so one-dimensional, and it's not the way I'm thinking.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Yeah.
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor? The gummy at the crime scene was yellow, so it obviously...
I see, I would have said that was melon flavored.
Huh? That gummy is yellow? Then it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What? That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
I still love how Nagito just goes through all of her shit.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this?
Well, I mean, you did spend an entire time lying.
I'll get my revenge! I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might!
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Oh.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her, we have the evidence we need.
I love how her shirt looks like it's always about to rip off.
Footprints during my morning walk.
No, stop it. There's no morning walk. Ugh.
done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the foot...
It's true, that's an... And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Fuyuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
Seriously, that's not true! Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body? If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer! Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven!
I won't let you look down on me.
Oh boy.
We haven't decided that yet.
I don't remember how to do this.
Fuyuhiko, why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Oh god.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it.
Oh shit.
She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her butt. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Jesus Christ. I do not remember how to do this.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Okay. Oh my
Mahiru
god.
didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
I fucking hate this.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
I hate this so much. Overturn. What the fuck does overturn do?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her butt. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Like, I don't have enough slashes to do this. I don't remember how to do this properly. I hate this. I have to counter all of his words, but I don't have anything to use a truth bullet on because it just deflects off of it. I honestly don't remember how to do this.
If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of. Damn it! If Mahiru didn't block the then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the...
I don't remember how to do this. Like, slash overturn. What the fuck does overturn do?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Like, I need 5 to even come close to beating him on the last one, but I don't have enough.
Block the door. Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Kyoko is the only killer I can think of. If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Okay, I know how far I have to get, but...
If Mahiru didn't block the... then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Just...
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I don't have any other options.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Okay, well, I've been asking for help. I literally can't do this right now. I'm obviously missing a way to do this minigame, and I don't know what it is. And I don't think I have enough time to beat it.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
But I can't hit anything, like...
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I don't have enough cuts to get the last one, is the problem. Like, I need to use the shower to show how the actual killer would have gotten out. Which is what I know I need to do. But that's in the second stage. But I don't have enough cuts to get to the second stage. And I don't know why I don't have enough cuts. And I can't double up on a cut because all of the statements don't overlap. And I don't know why.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
And I'm short again.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
See, because you can ignore some statements, but the problem is every statement I ignore is something that actually hurts me. Some statements don't. And I don't know why.
Then Hiyoko did
See, like...
She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the
I did
only
that.
killer I can think of.
It's not close enough. I need to get all of them. Don't slash anything.
Mahiru
I get hurt.
didn't block the door. Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I can think of. Damn it!
Like, you lose flat out. I can't do that. I have to slash it.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Because the thing is on the other one. So, I mean, we run out of time right here, so flat out, doesn't matter. I don't know what's wrong. It's clearly something didn't work. I don't have any other options. Everyone doubts me. Yep. Class trial, now it's time to vote. And guess what? I'm the killer, for whatever reason.
This is my...
Yes, I would like to retry.
We will never give up!
Should there have been a thing that is not showing up for whatever reason? Because I was also looking for the thing.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
What? Honestly, I don't know what's wrong, so I literally need you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Which one? Literally, just tell me which one I need to use. Right now, I don't care, I want to move past this. Autopsy?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Do I need to use that as the last strike, then?
If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
Nope.
Can't back down.
Oh.
If Mahiru didn't block the door,
Got it.
Hiyoko did.
That's so dumb.
She killed
I don't even
Mahiru
remember that.
And blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can
Fuck,
think
I hit the
of.
wrong button. That is so
Mahiru
dumb.
Didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and
I just screwed up, by the way.
Hiyoko is the only killer I can think
Yeah,
of.
I screwed up. I accidentally slashed one too many times.
Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
I hit that as fast as... Oh my god, I seriously hate this game.
Mahiru didn't block it, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. If Mahiru didn't block the, then Hiyoko
I'm doing
did
it the exact same way.
She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
What? I'm pissed. Like, I don't understand now. What am I doing differently?
If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
There's no other buttons, like fire the truth blade, select the truth blade, concentrate. Like, I can concentrate to try to gain a little bit more time.
Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think
What?
of.
What?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
That doesn't do anything anymore. Why isn't it doing anything anymore?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body.
Like, the autopsy report doesn't even make sense. None of the options make sense.
Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I'm just gonna try
Mahiru
and...
didn't block the door. Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her butt. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
It's still not that.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her butt. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I don't get it. What is...
Mahiru didn't block the door. Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her butt. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Nope. Like, is there something wrong with my game?
Didn't block the door. Then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Why did that do a bit more when I did it diagonally? It doesn't work.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Like, I destroyed one of the statements with just one hit, and I don't know why.
If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Kyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I don't know.
If Kyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed the fact that Hiyoko was at
Damn
the
it.
beach. Can be proof. Did you get all that, you bastard? So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the... After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Please explain to me how this game works.
Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Okay, can you explain it then, please?
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Kyoko took off her clothes before committing murder? Now, that should be impossible. Her clothes fused to her body. She can't get dressed by herself.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
Yeah, it's dumb. But yes, I did figure out it's the cuts as well. I can't help it. I can't tie my kimono sash by myself.
Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. It only smelled a little.
I didn't need it down to 0 by the time you finished talking. I needed 5 slashes for that last statement, and I only ended up with 3 each time.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing
I had
to do
1
with me.
extra, I think.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious? Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
I think I got like 2, 2, 3, 2, 3 or something.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna hate that every time I have to do
It
it.
does.
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See, I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. Because Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, and she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier?
Because you're a bitch?
You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid!
That's why.
Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right?
And Monokuma's just drinking this
Shut
up.
the hell up, pig Bart. I hope you get a hangnail and die.
And that is why.
And I'm sorry for being pig Bart.
More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
She never talked to me at all. Man, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to ask me such an easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but... around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. This time, the time is still the same at 2 p.m. Seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It'd be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiru. Ba-bam! Double murder!
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Huh? The letter that Hyoko had. Doesn't it clearly contradict the evidence?
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Is it okay if we change the place and time? I need to come to the beach house on second island at 2:30.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
Whoa! The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it, but for both letters to say the same thing?
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think?
Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say a letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge? I would say they forged the second one. Both?
See.
No, both.
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters... Confirmed! Just as I assumed, the handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer.
I wonder if Hyoko's starting to realize that she was also supposed to die.
How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Kinda wish they killed her.
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times, but the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens. We can just lightly punch him to death later.
Right?
So based on what the letter said, you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
Lavoie.
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
Medicine?
That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but... The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as...
At least my suspicion was correct that Hiyoko was also the obvious patsy.
That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
I mean, I don't blame him. I would also want to blame Hiyoko.
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what a class trial should be.
I feel like Monokuma is just loving Nagito, though.
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
No.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other. Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork.
Shut up, Neapolitan.
Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. What? He's sleeping.
If you can move your hands, Monomi, untie yourself.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
Bitter truth. That may be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. 'Cause unless we reveal who among us is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we will survive. Halfway. I have no clue who done it.
Well now.
Well then, now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now. Huh, you're gonna spoil who the killer is? Boo-hoo-hoo. If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they will all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. You can't, that's seriously a big no-no, but spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... You can't, everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears.
You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. Class trial opened.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this
Koizumi?
room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that! Oh, I can't do anything! How annoying! But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
I do.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
Now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
He never left.
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Want to play a new game? Is that what you're thinking? No, Jigsaw, go away. So we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the synapse course. You move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with the control key. Press the right mouse button to brake and left to jump. Okay. Make sure you're familiar with the controls. Journey will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into the walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions at the Colossus. And a split of different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one Colossus. Be careful. Highly recommend you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice for you. Press the escape key, you can review the controls. I already forgot the controls. Nope, not this one. She's right. This may be an important discussion, or a very important problem. The killer tampered with the evidence after Hyoko ran away from the beach house. When did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? I think if I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it. Okay. Accelerates control. Okay, move. Trippy, yo. When did the killer arrive at the bee house? That's a noise I've missed. Oh. Damn. I forgot about jumping. I like this better than the swords. When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hyoko left. This is fucking trippy as bollocks. Where's the killer hiding? He was hiding in the beach house, like, flat out. Like, there's no question about it.
It's all coming together.
Is this the part where we grab the Kronk meme? It's all coming together.
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
Hyoko, we're trying to defend you. You can shut the fuck up.
Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. Place where she didn't look.
Here!
Would have been in the closet.
The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? Then you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
Killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance. I can only think of one place. That's right. The place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was...
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then,
the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
That's a good, that's a good picture of her right there.
It's kind of like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her.
And we know it's not Fuyuhiko because we saw him at like 2:30.
If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
If you don't want to get punched, just let me punch you.
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that.
Yep.
Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
Oh?
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
I mean, you could just redefine what finding a body. Creating a dead body does not count as discovering or finding a dead body. Personally. You could define it as that. Now, you could leave and come back and discover it, but you can't find something that you just put down right then and there. If you come back, then you can find it. Just saying.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That depends. Because the way I just described it, is if you leave the room and come back, that counts as finding it. But creating the mess and setting it down, I know he just said the answer, but what I'm saying is, the way I redefined it is what they should have done, you know? If I do the stabbing and run away, no body was found, so that's 0. But if I enter with somebody else, that's finding it.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have
The
come
answer
this
is the
far,
trash.
I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
I vote we kill Nagito next. I shall explain the final feature to the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you'll now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold down the last menu, the reticle will change. If you aim at the weak spot and keep it in position, you will be able to memorize it. Memorize can be fired once. If you shoot or change to different point, it will disappear. Or you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't see the answer to a liar mistake in your available truth, it might be wise to memorize. Oh, god damn it. By the way, you'll not be able to agree if you use a flashback. Got it. Only for refuting. This is my stream. I will not get out. Shower room. Okay.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
Hey, got the achievement.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have
Okay.
to.
What about the wetsuits?
Not you.
Maybe they wore one when they moved the.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and.
As someone who flushes, it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
I love how Chiaki is the one you're supposed to listen to and everybody ignores her.
What did the killer do with the blood on their...
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
Fuck! Damn it.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the so washing it off.
They didn't have to.
What about the? Maybe they wore one.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and.
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone other.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the so washing it off.
They didn't have to.
What about maybe they wore one?
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the blood?
They cut it up.
Peace,
As
Tay.
someone who flushed, it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, there we go.
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something other than the shower. It's possible was the drinks in the refrigerator.
See.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, then, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Alright, rebuttal showdown.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try think one bottle drink wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
Uh-oh.
It's true there were in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking one bottle drinking wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Ah! I won!
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words! Oh, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can. Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner.
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles. If they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Peko Yami. Huh?
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
Huh. If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person.
You're the only one! Peko, is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Hajime and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing pretty heavily? I just did a little swimming.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer! We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house!
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
we might have an answer.
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
Killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing is that opening. Small window in the shower room.
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Exactly. Littering is not allowed.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
Yes.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body.
Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object? And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of is the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. Oh god, not Hangman's Gambit, not Hangman's Gambit, damn it! Oh shit. Aha! What? Oh no. Okay. I don't know what it's called. B? Okay. Got it. Oops. There we go.
I got it!
I went for wooden first, and I was like, no, bamboo.
Peko, you carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah, Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily!
You are right, Akane.
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it.
Slender girl. It's like Slender Man,
Well,
but
Peko,
you know,
you
not a
have
man.
Anything to say?
Now then, time has come for a panic talk. Talk a bit about fever time and nega time. From this point on, you will be able to use fever time pressing space. Fever time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max, but that's not all. You won't miss during fever time either. By pressing the left mouse button, you'll destroy your permanent spell. Only until then. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. Nega time. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it difficult. In case, please press the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. Can't clear it, you can always change the stuff. I'm not gonna tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they. Oh, okay.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you?
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
This is the end!
Oh boy.
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword back. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan. No, you just back off!
Is it true? Did you really kill
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
Oh, she's crazy. Okay. Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
What are you saying?
Sonia's fired up.
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun and the enduring moon, the protective father and the smiling mother.
Hello! Earth to Peko!
If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that.
It's fine. Just stop it.
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... Could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
She seems so serious to be something so stupid.
Now then, let's execute justice!
What? What the fuck?
Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
Okay.
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped! Everyone, please be careful. Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... Huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask.
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp. Justice should also be the same.
I love the emotes in her speech.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
What? What the heck is this? Peko's the killer. Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
Monokuma doesn't give a fuck.
Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer. Hey.
This again?
packing?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword. And executed justice.
This is weird. I like the other serial killer better.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it? He's right. We need to end this already. The killer. In the end, there's no mistaking that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Closing argument. Begin. No. Okay. There it is. Last stock.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Okay.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome murder case, the video game provided to us as the motive. she probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hiyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hiyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hiyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she had been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon, the metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route, the small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it?
She's like totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed!
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah, he finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
This one was weird. I don't really like this one. This murder, at least.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Huh?
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Peko is the killer.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Peko is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast.
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Peko, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia describes sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete. The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky. That would be me. Sparkling justice!
What the heck was that? That is their catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine in the library. See, so that's what it was. I think I've got the difference between the serial killer and Pecco. Their nationality.
That's right. According to what Sonia said,
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
if she had it translated, that means it wasn't written in English, right?
Huh? Yes, the magazine I read was written in Spanish. So, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist and Sparkling Justice are both...
From Spain?
What?
All this time, I completely misunderstood. When I first heard about those serial killers, Genocide Jack and Sparkling Justice, I just assumed both serial killers were from the same country. But that wasn't the case. If so...
Pecco, you're not Sparkling Justice. There's no way that's possible.
Or, if you insist that you're Sparkling Justice, can you try saying that catchphrase in Spanish?
Would you be able to do that?
It appears that the time has come for this mask to come off. However, that's perfectly fine. It's no longer necessary. And even if you find out now, it's too late for you all to do anything about it. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool has already been completed in full.
Uh-huh? Looks like she's back to normal?
That mask has fulfilled its purpose, just as I have.
What do you mean? Fulfilled its purpose? Too late? What are you getting at?
Now that you've already cast your votes, is what it means.
Huh?
Hey, be clearer! We're asking you what your purpose was!
I have no purpose. I am just a mere tool.
Tool? What do you mean?
She called herself a tool, which means someone else used her then?
Of course. A tool cannot do anything on its own.
I see. I finally understand. Well, I did have a sneaking suspicion all along.
What do you mean?
I mean, besides Pecco and Hiyoko, someone else was also at the beach house.
Someone else?
There is proof that establishes that fact. Try to remember it.
The proof.
I see!
Are you talking about the body discovery announcement?
Yep, that's right. I mean, didn't Monokuma say so earlier?
So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not? Gee, fine. Doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body. And in this particular case, the killer, Pecco, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi discovered the body, but...
I see. That leaves us one person short.
So that means there was one more person in the beach house!
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried to hide that truth from us by being flexible with his own rules. That's such a vital clue that it could alter the outcome of the trial. Like an accomplice, for example.
No, that's not it.
Huh? Am I wrong?
Yes, from your basic way of thinking about it, you are wrong. Didn't I tell you? I'm just a tool. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used by that person.
She's the
Therefore,
accomplice.
That person would have the strongest motive out of anybody else here, right?
You're the only one! Is it Fuyuhiko?
I see. Now I finally see the connection. The connection between the motive and the incident.
But even if it's the motive, it's just a game, right? There's no reason to believe it's even true. Would you call a game like that a strong motive?
No, the events that occurred in the game should have definitely occurred in real life. There's overwhelming proof of that, too.
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary to confirm it if it didn't have anything to do with Mahiru's murder, but... there's no doubt that game is based on actual events. That much is clear if you saw the ending prize. The photos awarded for beating the game are not actual in-game screenshots. They're all actual photos, with the surrounding scenery cropped out. You knew all along, Fuyuhiko, didn't you? You knew whether or not the first victim in the game was actually your little sister, right? Because whoever beat the game first can receive the ending prize.
Hey, what's that envelope? What's inside? Shut up! What makes you think you have any right to question me?
It was the envelope, right? The person who received the ending prize. It was you, wasn't it?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, you'd have no choice but to believe it. Even so, you wanted to deny the truth. That's why you sent those photos to Mahiru to confirm it.
Hey! Why are we talking about Fuyuhiko? Who cares? 'Cause Peko is the killer, right? But we already voted!
That's why I told you. You're all too late. As I said before, I exist as nothing more than a tool. I had no motive for killing Mahiru. No reason to kill. Not even the will to kill. I was simply used as a tool. As long as I am a tool, I cannot defy my orders.
Hey! What's going on? Can anyone give me a simpler explanation?
It means I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru Koizumi, was Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu.
What?
What the hell?
I see. That's what you were aiming for all along.
No, I have no aim. But my young master does. My young master planned this from the start.
Young master?
That is the truth of this case. I'm sure you realize it by now, but it's too late. You cannot undo the vote.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation holds up, that means our vote was incorrect.
In that case, the person who gets to live is...
Just... me?
That's nuts! No matter how you look at it, that's completely insane!
How would Peko be a tool in the first place? Peko is a legitimate human being!
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast. All we can do now is wait and see what Monokuma decides.
What the hell?
I got a B. Huh. I'm terrible at this game. Oof.
I'm in a bind, and what a bind it is. I guess for now, let's take a quick recess. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Ahem. Although there were some twists and turns along the way, the one who killed Mahiro Koizumi is... Hold on a sec. Okay, I'll wait. So sorry, I'm just hesitating.
Hey!
There's no need to hesitate, no matter how you look at it. Pecco's the killer. Why?
Hey!
Why? Well, that's obvious. You're not a tool, you're a friggin' human being.
Well,
If I'm a human, then I'm not a tool. If that's what you're saying, you are wrong.
you just don't know.
Because you just don't know. You just don't know that there are people who only exist to be tools. People such as myself. Only exist to be tools?
Hey.
What does she mean, Fuyuhiko? Pecco and I grew up together. Are you two childhood friends then?
No.
No, it's completely different than that. Right after I was born and abandoned by my parents, the Kuzuryu clan took me in.
I am nothing but a tool.
They gave me a reason to exist. I am to fulfill my duty as my young master's property.
What?
Property, you say? Means she's a hitman arranged by my clan to work directly under me.
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the very end.
That is...
You are wrong. You are not a tool, Pecco. Because if you are a tool, then what was all that time we spent together?
Nothing.
I was ordered by my young master to behave, just as I was ordered to interact with you all. What? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We are just fellow high school students now. Right after we arrived on this island, that is what my young master ordered me to do.
You fiend.
That is why you were hiding your relationship, you mean?
No.
It's not as if that started the moment we arrived on this island. For that, my young master has always told me to hide our relationship. My young master loathes relying on his household's power. He even hates me, the tool given to him by his household.
I am nothing but a tool.
No matter what I am told, I am nothing but a tool for killing. If my young master intends to kill, it is only natural for me to act as his tool. Then, the one who tried to kill Mahiro wasn't you, it was Fuyuhiko.
Damn it.
It is what it is. When I thought I beat the game, I was suddenly given these photographs.
Damn it.
I don't understand. Why is my sister in these photos?
Fuck with me.
And she's covered in blood. What does it mean? Why can't I remember? How come I don't even know if my sister is dead? You tried to confirm it with Mahiro, and that's why you wanted to talk to her.
So...
Yeah. I sent her the photo because I wanted to make sure she'd respond. But she never replies back to me. Not only that, she started avoiding me too.
But...
I'm pretty sure Mahiro was confused too. I mean, we all were. Before anyone played the game, we didn't even know this incident had happened. That's why, even if we were told that we're connected to it, there's no way we could accept it. You know, when Mahiro spoke to Ibuki, she mentioned something about this. Sorry, I actually have plans to go to the beach with everyone.
Oh my!
Wait, huh? You're not gonna go, Mahiro? If you want to talk about it there, it'd be totally fine. It's pretty important, so, you know, it'd be troubling to involve the others.
Huh?
You sound pretty serious. Serious or not, I can't really do anything about it on my own, so I wanted someone to think about it with me. If I need to make amends, I would, but I don't even know how.
Are you serious?
That definitely sounds serious. I can cancel my beach plans for you. No, it's fine. It's important that everyone gets along anyway. Just tell them I'm not feeling well. Plus, it doesn't have to be today. There's always tomorrow.
Oh.
She wanted to discuss how to make amends, but Hyoko was the only one who accepted her invitation. I should have gone too.
What?
It was rather convenient for you, wasn't it, Fuyuhiko? If you could make use of their plan to meet each other alone, you could easily lure Mahiro into a trap, right? By calling both of them to the beach house, you were able to pin the blame on Hyoko.
What the?
Seriously, what the heck? An eye for an eye, that's the world I live in. My little sister was murdered. If the reason that happened was because of some person here, I have no choice but to kill that person on my sister's behalf, right?
And so?
And so, my young master thought of a plan and executed it. I wanted to use a bat as the murder weapon because in the game that's what was used to kill Girlie. For revenge, clubbing the person to death the same way my sister was killed just seemed to make sense. Even if it ruined my disguise, it was the only thing I could do to avenge my sister. So that is why you killed Mahiru with a bat. But still, I believed her up to the very last minute that that game was just a work of fiction. But even so, that bitch.
Hey.
Hey, if that game is actually real, are you the one who killed Girl E?
Why, you...
Hey, I don't want to hear about that.
But...
The fact that your sister was killed is terrible. It's unfortunate, but...
Why?
You shouldn't have killed that girl.
Shut the hell up!
Who cares about that? Just answer me. What do you know about that game?
What are you saying?
You had no right to do that. Nobody had the right to judge others for their crimes. Revenge is just wrong.
Jeez.
Want me to be honest? This whole time, I was acting like a coward. Even after I called over Mahiru, I was still trying to find an excuse to not go through with the plan. But after she said that to me, that all went out the window. I got really pissed off and grabbed the middle bat that I hid under the bench. But at that moment, young master called for me and made me kill Mahiru.
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
What?
Are you saying that you killed her because you were ordered to? A tool is not defined by its will, but by its actions. I don't get this at all.
Of course.
Well, of course you don't understand, because humans are completely different from one another. Everyone's birthplace and upbringing is different. It's obviously impossible for them to understand each other. So everyone just pretends to understand and pretends to be understood.
Be quiet.
Hey, you're too annoying. Can you just be quiet?
Yes, indeed.
Okie dokie, I'll be quiet. Afterwards, just as my young master planned, I proceeded to tamper with the scene of the crime. However, I also considered the possibility of being found out. So in order to get you guys to make the wrong choice, I decided to make use of that serial killer story.
It cannot be.
You insisted that you were sparkling justice in order to make us hasten our votes. So, we fell for it. We fell for her trick all along. That's right, you guys have made the wrong decision. You voted me, a mere tool, as the killer, unaware that my young master was the true killer.
That's obviously wrong.
Hold on. Don't act like our loss has been decided
No.
yet. No, it should be decided already. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
This is troubling.
I'll admit, all this talk about Pekka being a tool sounds pretty persuasive. When you approach it from various angles, it makes sense that Fuyuhiko is actually the true killer. Hold on, I'm telling you to hold on. I see, so for Pekka, Fuyuhiko himself is your true hope then. On his behalf, you killed Mahiru, and now you're trying to sacrifice us so that you can protect him.
Great.
You would only go that far because he's your one and only hope.
Wrong.
I have no hope. I am just a tool. Well, even if we ask her, she'll probably just play dumb anyway.
Now then.
So I'm gonna ask someone else. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what do you think?
Huh?
About what?
Hey.
Is Pekko just a tool to you? Using that tool, surviving by sacrificing Pekko and the rest of us. Is that your hope?
What?
Hold on.
What's the use of asking someone like that?
What?
Huh? You seem distressed. A mere tool doesn't panic like that, right?
Jeez.
Pekko, be honest. Are you trying to protect Fuyuhiko of your own free will?
Hey.
Fuyuhiko, can you tell me the truth? The fact that she killed on your behalf, the fact that she lied to us by acting like the killer, are those all the things you ordered her to do? Is that the truth?
Huh?
Fuyuhiko?
Yeah.
I know you hate our guts, but if you listen to Pekko, we're all gonna die.
Young master.
You just have to tell the truth. I was only following your orders. You just have to tell them that. Fuyuhiko, you mentioned this before, but in this kind of situation, interacting with others will just shorten your lifespan. Those idiots Byakuya and Teruteru are proof of that. Plus, it'd be frustrating to be held back by affection when it's my time to kill. You're still saying that. Of course, I'll sacrifice the lives of everyone here if it guarantees my survival. You don't really feel that right? You're not that kind of person, because if you were, you wouldn't be hesitating like you are now, right?
Young master!
There's no need to hesitate, young master. Please, just tell them the truth. Young master, you were the one who ordered me. I just did as I was told because I am a tool. Fuyuhiko, this could be considered your ultimate choice. Regardless, either way, you will still lose Pekko, but
Hey.
if you insist you're the killer, just as she said, you can sacrifice us and survive alone. Or would you rather reject Pekko and fight alongside us against despair? Which one will be your hope? Let's hear what you have to say.
Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You... What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Yeah. Hey, Peko. Do you remember what I told you when we first arrived on this island? Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master, that is impossible.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about you. I am my young master's tool. A tool to protect my young master. Without an owner, a tool serves no purpose.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?
Regardless, I will not flee. Besides, I'm fairly certain they'll discover the truth soon enough.
Then why did you...
I have a plan.
Huh? A plan?
Please do not worry. I promise I will keep my young master alive and return him safely home.
You idiot. What do you intend to do?
I intend to fulfill my duty as your tool. Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon. After you leave, I must block the door to the road with Mahiru's body. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape!
So how about it, Fuyuhiko? Please, tell me the truth.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, Peko. I guess I couldn't go through with it after all.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace.
'Cause if that's actually what I have to do to survive, I just feel ashamed of myself. It'd mean I can't live without depending on something. I just feel disgusted with myself.
Echo.
And if I admit that, it means you really are just a tool to me. How many times did I tell you I don't want a tool given to me by the Kuzuryu clan?
Young master!
Oh my, so this is how it turned out.
Too bad.
Never thought it'd be more brutal and heartless. Man, how disappointing. Which means everything happened thanks to her meddlesome actions.
Why you?
There's no way a human that meddlesome could ever be considered a tool.
Hey.
Monokuma, you knew all along, didn't you? You knew about what Peko and Fuyuhiko discussed.
Jeez.
Well, it's obvious now. I mean, that's why you have surveillance cameras. You were just having fun, huh? Bean, even if it was an act of desperation, Peko's claim was surprisingly interesting. You're actually the first to try to influence the outcome of a trial like that. But too bad, you're definitely the killer. Peko, the tool with a heart, is the killer.
Sorry.
Peko, I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your request, even though you did all that to provide me the chance to survive, but I had a feeling it would turn out like this.
Huh?
Young master!
You have a kind heart despite being a Yakuza. That's why you question your position and constantly worry about it. For you to sacrifice someone else just to escape by yourself, I believed you wouldn't accept that so easily. Been together ever since we were children. Even a tool would understand that.
What?
Then why?
Even so,
I wanted you
to escape.
Why, fine, fuck you. Speak. I wanted to protect you.
Echo.
I am terribly sorry.
I will not be able to serve by your side until the very end, young master. And I'm sorry for what I've done to you all too. Maybe a selfish request, but please forgive my young master.
And please do not cause a senseless killing such as this ever again.
Of course. Peko. That will do, Monokuma. Why don't you start it already?
I will never feel despair.
Just so you know, I will never feel despair. As long as I am a tool, I am fully prepared to die.
So cool.
But will you be able to maintain that composure until the very end? People who act as proud as you always shed tears of despair in the end. Now then, let's begin.
Young Master Fuyuhiko.
Please permit me to make one final selfish request.
So,
Didn't I tell you not to call me young master?
I want you to remember.
The tool Peko Peko Yama who used to stand beside you. I would like it if you remembered that. That's it. How many times do you have to keep... I don't need any tools. You did say that. Then let's begin. The punishment time brimming with despair. Why don't you get it yet?
Thrills, chills, kills!
This time for the ultimate swordswoman, Peko Peko Yama. You stayed by my side all this time. Why don't you get it?
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
I
Never needed a sword or a shield.
never needed a tool. So... you didn't need to become a tool.
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young Master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Now she feels despair.
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you! Don't leave me!
Young Master? Young Master?
There we go. That's an ending I was expecting. Cannot be. Even Fuyuhiko. This is bad. This shouldn't be allowed. People dying so easily, falling like dominoes. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. You bastard. What is this? This cannot be. This is a lie, right? Peko! Fuyuhiko!
Such a waste.
For heaven's sake, this is just the worst. Jeez, what a waste. This conclusion, what a waste. This is why she should have just discussed it with me.
Damn it.
It was supposed to be a clash between two hopes, but it was crushed into something so unpalatable.
Oh.
You're still talking about that? The hell's wrong with you? Aren't you pissed that two of our friends got killed?
Such despair.
I am pissed, and I even feel sad and hopeless. But still,
Isn't that right?
it's gonna be alright. This despair is worthless. Even this despair is just a ladder to a bright, shining future that awaits us. The higher the ladder, the brighter we can shine. That is the unmistakable truth. Calling me a ladder, huh? You say some pretty interesting things. In a way, your misguided thoughts of what hope should be remind me of him. I don't really understand what you're saying.
Listen carefully.
Anyway, I shall make a declaration. We will definitely destroy you. The hopes of all the ultimates here will definitely, completely, utterly destroy you. There won't even be a strand of cotton left when we're done with you. That's your future. How much longer are you planning to say such stupid things? Don't you understand? Even Fuyuhiko died, you know. Not yet. He's still alive.
What?
Everyone!
Fuyuhiko is still alive.
Serious?
Fuyuhiko! Frantically, we rushed over to Fuyuhiko's side.
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
Well, serves him right.
You're so stupid.
Were you filled with hope at the thought of saving her yourself? That's why you ended up like that.
You stupid brother!
What are you so laid back about? You need to hurry up and save him.
I don't
Huh?
believe it!
A surprise order?
What the heck?
Why do I have to burn my precious calories just to save some Yakuza scum?
That's wrong!
It's your duty to save him.
Huh?
Duty?
Hey!
Because it's written in the school trip rules. They alone will be executed. If only the Blackened gets executed, then Fuyuhiko shouldn't be allowed to be executed. Well, if I could, I would do something about it right now, but since my magic stick was taken away, I'm practically powerless.
Hey!
But you should be able to do it.
Unbelievable.
Jeez, I guess I have no choice.
Fine.
Oh, there's no way I can violate a rule even if it's me.
So,
Fine then, I'll save him. Really?
like...
I was actually gonna do that all along, so I've already prepared for this. Huh? Prepared? And that's when it happened. A siren began ringing out of nowhere, and gradually grew closer and closer.
An ambulance?
Just leave the rest to me, Dr. Killgood.
Dr.
Dr.
Killgood.
Killgood, you've already killed your patients!
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital ER and get him under 24-hour observation stat! So, I'll see you later!
And after he said that, the ambulance containing Monokuma and Fuyuhiko vanished from our sight. Is it really going to be okay to leave this to Monokuma?
Damn it.
It can't be helped. It's not like there was any other way.
Perhaps.
He's gonna be fine. He's probably gonna get better and come back to us again. You're right. He's definitely gonna come back and talk a lot of smack as if nothing happened. Then, all we can do is wait. Why do we have to wait for him? I mean, he caused Mahiru's death, you know.
However...
Oh, we must put that aside since Peko has already been punished. Or else we will not be able to advance forward.
Fall, my tears.
There are no second chances in life. We cannot return to what has already transpired. There's no other way than to move forward, like an arrow of light piercing through the darkness.
Damn it!
I guess. Things aren't as exciting if a shit stirrer like him ain't around. Didn't realize it, but I was wishing for that too. From the bottom of my heart, I really wanted him to return. Fuyuhiko! I don't want anyone else to be a sacrifice. And so, the class trial ended. We still can't see the real ending that we really want yet. When that finally arrives, what will have happened to us by then? No matter where I look, no matter what possibilities I look for, I can't see our future, not even a speck. As if we are in a boat, floating unreliably in a vast dark sea. We were just left there, alone. Only one word could explain our situation. Despair. We couldn't find a more suitable word than that.